Good morning, class 6. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to start a new topic of chapter 6, modal auxiliary verb. What do you say when you want to enter the class? How do you ask? How do you seek permission? May I come in, ma'am? May I quench my thirst? If I ask a question, can any one of you ride a bicycle? How do you reply? Ma'am, I can ride a bicycle. So, can, may, these are auxiliary verb or modal verb. A modal verb is always used before a main verb in the base form. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb. You always use these verbs? Yes or no? Yes, we use. Modal verbs are used to express capability, possibility, necessity, and obligation. I am able to do something. Capability, possibility, something might happen. Necessity, this work you have to do. There is no other choice. Obligation, yes, you have to do this thing. Determination, surety, for sure I will do this. So we use modal verb to show these expression. Okay, so may and might used to talk about possibility, ask for or grant permission. May is formal and polite. Okay, it may rain today. You might fall if you run so fast. Can and could used informally for asking and giving permission, making request to show ability. Anita can cook well, showing ability that she can cook well. Could you help me in washing the dishes? Request, informal request. Okay, then must, obligation or necessity. There is no other choice. He must work hard to clear the exam. You have to work hard. You must, have to. We can use have to also for showing obligation, but it is not a modal verb. Should we use for giving suggestion, advice. You should go for a morning walk. Okay, you should respect your elders. I'm giving advice, suggestion. Okay, then would. Habitual action done in past. I would spend long hours listening to stories in my grandmother's lap. So it is a past habit. Okay, I would love if you join us for the party. Okay, so it show unreal situation. Okay, will, shall, action that will take place in the future. I will stand by you through thick and thin. It to make prediction about future, we use will and shall. So go through with these examples also. I can reach the top of the mountain. Capability, could you please open the door? Request, making request here, but it is not a formal, it is informal request. For formal request we use may. The train may arrive on time. Possibility, I will do or die. Determination, you should not watch so much TV. Advice, you must see the doctor immediately. Necessity, if you are ill, you must go to the doctor. On the basis of this topic, here is the exercise 7. Encircle the modal verbs in the sentences given below. You have to encircle the modal verb in these sentences. May I borrow your book for a while? May. Would you lend me your bicycle for a day? Would. Okay, you have to encircle the modal verb. So let's start with our next topic, finite and non-finite verbs. Verbs are of two kinds, finite and non-finite. Read the following sentences carefully. Notice the use of underlined verbs. Hurry jumped from the bus. The kids were playing in the water. She was waiting for him. I ran fast. A finite verb in a sentence indicates the tense and changes according to the number of the subject. Okay, according to the subject, a verb get changed. Hurry jumped from the bus. If I say Hurry jumps from the bus in past tense, I use jumped, but in simple present I will use Hurry jumps. So a verb get changed according to the subject or according to the tense. The kids were playing in the park. If I say the kid was playing in the park, if I use singular, then I will use is. She was waiting for him. She is waiting for him. I ran fast. I run fast. So in this verb get changed according to the tense or the subject. In the sentences, the underlined verbs are finite verbs. They tell us about the tense of the verb. Either they are in present tense or past tense. Finite verbs also show person and number. So now non-finite verbs. Hurry jumped from the running bus. The kids were playing in the water when mother came in. She was waiting for him while eating. I ran fast to catch him. Hurry jumps from the running bus. This running bus is non-finite verb because it does not change according to the tense or the subject. Hurry jumped from the running bus. If I say Hurry jumps from the running bus, this running bus is same. So in these sentences, the underlined verbs are finite verb and the encircled verb are non-finite verb. Non-finite verbs do not change their tense, person and numbers according to the subject of the sentence. They remain the same. Pooja enjoys swimming. Enjoys is a finite verb, but swimming is not a finite verb. It is non-finite verb. Paint the entire door starting from the cupboard. Karishma tried to help him. He had his car cleaned. The encircled verbs are non-finite verbs. They will not change even when the member and person of the subject will change. If I say they had their car cleaned, they tried to help him. So these verbs, these non-finite verbs are not changing according to the subject. On the basis of this topic, just do the exercise 8. Write whether the underlined verbs are finite or non-finite. Nidhi is working at the moment. Present continuous tense it is, we know, so it is finite verb. Garima pretended to help her. It is simple past, so it is finite verb. Similarly, do the whole sentences. Okay.